Hello and welcome to another beautiful day on Oweleketv. This is the time for review. We want to look at a very topical issue today, and it's about how secure is Abuja? How secured is Abuja? That's the question. That's what we want to talk about today. How secured is Abuja? What makes Abuja important? What makes Abuja different from other parts of the country? Someone may say, why are they not talking about Kaduna, what's happening, the kidnap, the chiefs that were kidnapped, the students that were kidnapped somewhere around Benue State? Why are they not talking about that? These are all very important. But what about the seat of power? Talking about FCT. I'm saying this because of what happened over the weekend that had to claim the life of officers, police officers. All right, 2 policemen killed during clash with Islamic group in FCT. And we were being made to understand that some of these people even came out with bombs. My name is Ramsey Enoch, and this is the time you've been waiting for. Joining me on the conversation is Michael Oweleketv. We want to talk about this morning. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning,
I'm so glad that the place is safe now. We're able to come to the office this morning. Or as under normal circumstance, some persons will be scared of coming out, especially to the city centers where these things are actually happening. Questions begin to come to mind. How did they get their way into FCT? Carrying bombs. We hear of checks now and then. You go to the link between FCT and Nasarawa, you see a lot of checks going on. You see a lot of security operatives. But then, this is not the first time. And that's why some of the papers, they say again.
Again, yeah.
All right, again. And not just that, insecurity all over, 150 in Gobi. You know, these things keep happening.
Yeah.
And Nigerians are not safe anymore. But today we want to look at the FCT. What do you think when you heard about the fact that Shiites came out en masse? Some even had bombs, according to some of the papers. And officers were killed. 2 police officers were killed. How did they get into the city? And what can you say about the security situation in FCT? I know someone may be saying, "Oh, Michael, what is not a what do they call them? A chief, a security chief. It's not it's not an Islamic scholar. It's not a security chief. Michael is living in FCT. He has been in FCT for a very long time, and of course, he has this form of affiliation with some security operatives, and he moves around. I'm telling you the reason why we have to host him on this program today to talk about this. He has interfaced with people severally as it has to do with security issues in FCT. So how is security in FCT now, especially now that this Islamic movement of Nigeria have to encroach into the city center of the country?
It's not the first time, actually, because I'll relate instances where they've had clashes with Nigerian police force in Abuja. The Islamic movement in Nigeria, IMN, popularly known as Shiites, they've always had these clashes always, but now the recent one is that they're commemorating their Abin demonstration to commemorate the 40th day after his Ashura anniversary. That's the trek. That's the Abin trek. That's what they're doing. And this thing happened. Remember, they've had this before. FCT recently is now being infiltrated. There was a time reportedly we had unknown some gunmen stormed a city center. Popularly, Gwarimpa is very, very popular in Abuja, kidnapped some people. Also, some estates in Abuja also have had this issue. There was a time they had Akko estate, some kidnappers went in. So security...
And they do this thing smoothly.
Smoothly, before the military could get there, because I was with them actually. I was supposed to meet with them. When you said I've had connections with them, of course, we are privileged to be. I was with them on phone. They were supposed to come to... Federal Housing
for their
operatives, their routine patrol, which is the military, and they were called that there's a kidnapping incident at Akko Estate. Before they rushed, those guys have taken to the bush, and then before you know, they navigated to to Giri, then Zuba. They left Abuja with the kidnapped victim, and then they started negotiating 50, 40 million for its release. This is not the first time Abuja has been infiltrated by not just Shiites, by kidnappers, armed robbery, and it's becoming a daily thing. The federal government has to really take a look at that.
Okay, Michael, before you continue, that statement you made is of curiosity to me. Meaning these people know the nook and cranny
Very well.
of these locations.
Very well.
For them to navigate their way from Akwa Estate to Giri, then to Zuba, and then they are zooming out of FCT.
yes.
It means these people are among the
Absolutely.
society. They are among the people living in these estates. Is that what it means?
That's why we
Because
advise-
I'm asking you this question now. I like the way you're starting, advising the people. So you need to say something in form of an advice to the people. Because if you notice unusual movement, these people who do condemn, come to your house,
Call
you
the
allow
police.
them enter nook and crannies of your house, get to say one or two things, they pick informations,
most
and they
times they
go
are.
out there to give these people relevant informations that they will use to kidnap
Absolutely, to
people.
kidnap people.
So what do you think? Does it mean these people are among
They are.
the society?
They are. Most times they send these guys as spies, to scavenge, and then tell them the loopholes on how to infiltrate estate. That's why you see that some estates that are very, very security conscious, they don't allow Ayon Kwandem to start going and say they are looking for things to pick. You don't do that, because some of them have little phones that they're hiding. Theirs is just to make order. This place, okay, so person lives here. You see them watching where they have the big cars. Report to the police, call the security, get them arrested instantaneously. So for the FCT, once you see unscrupulous people that you've never seen in an area before, please call the security. Even if it's vigilante in that area, get them arrested. And then some of them have weapons in that bag they are
Yes,
carrying.
they do.
Some of them have machete.
They do.
There was a time they killed a young girl just by 9:30 p.m. by the penthouse estate going towards Piacasa. She was going back home. Reportedly, she was supposed to hand over her phone, and she dragged with the guy, and the guy slit her throat. So things are happening, and these guys are these ones that are carrying bags. They have machete in their bags. People don't search them.
Someone said something, I think was it yesterday, an Okada rider was trying to engage someone in a fight, and before you know, he started putting his hand in his pocket, and someone made a statement that most of these Okada riders, they carry daggers around. Why is the police not searching them?
Very important.
Engage, they have unions. Why not engage their union leaders to make sure they don't carry these weapons around, meaning they are always ready for violence and evil things. These are threats to the security of the nation. Why is the police not doing anything
If you
about
want to go
that?
into that in total, there was a guy that was killed over 50 naira in a poor resettlement by the ShopRite. My change. The guy removed dagger and slit his throat and ran away. So
These are security threats. So why
time.
is the police not doing anything
They need to
about
take
it?
that seriously. That's why you see that sometimes the police and its sister agencies, they are now, once they see bikes in the Abuja municipal, they get them arrested. It's part of the measures to curtail that, actually. Let's come back to this issue of Shiite now.
Yes.
Now, on July 16th, the FCT police said it banned all forms of protest by IMN members and prohibited the group from carrying out its planned Ashura procession. So that is now
Okay,
on the
so
note.
this one is they were going against
the police prohibition.
Okay.
Now, if the clash is said to have left some policemen injured and 3 patrol vehicle bombs already at Wuse Market, and the Commissioner of Police Bennett is his name. Commissioner of Police of FCT has come out to say, hey, they have told me that they are ready for war. Killing my men and injuring some. It's a war between the police now and these people, because on July 16th we've told them, hey, you guys are not permitted to do this, your being procession or whatever you guys are doing.
They should go do it in the north.
Do it some other places, yeah.
FCT is not an Islamic
Places, yeah.
state. I don't think so.
And then let's talk about earlier, because they've started this thing. There's a trader, the slain trader, the person who died, whose name was given as Amiru Sani. He was said to be shot in the chest while running for his own life at why the police were chasing Shiites to close down Chateau de la Rey in Wuse Zone 6. It's a very popular hotel right here. Now, 3 of the 5 injured were rushed to district hospital at Wuse Zone 3. But then, remember, they were said to be unconscious as of yesterday evening. But then this morning we heard that they have died. They actually died.
Can you imagine?
Because the hospitals are saying that there were so many casualties. They could not attend to them all at once. So right now we have dead people already. Remember, there's been some previous clashes that happened between before, the Shiites will tell you, well, we are protesting detention of our leader, El Zaki.
I could remember there was a time. In fact, their protest, this is not the first time, all right? As we try to round up, this is not the first time. We just want to let you know. There was a time you were on the street and you called the office that there is a protest going on, if you could remember.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it is these Shiite people. If you could remember, you called
That's
back
El
in the office. That's El Zaki.
Yeah,
I could remember that
because
very well.
then he was detained. They were protesting his detention. Yeah.
All right. Well, time is not of time is of essence, and time is not on our side right now. Our time is already all but dead. What you need to know is this: be security conscious in whatever you do, and of course, if the federal government and the security agencies can spot out people who sponsored the End Bad Governance protest, then they should also be able to spot out people who are sponsoring this move. And these people should be arrested immediately, because this is the Federal Capital Territory. I'm not talking about the cattle moving around,
Absolutely.
but then that is threat. You see people carrying dagger, nothing is being done. You see Fulani men with their cattle carrying daggers and everything. What for? You see Okada riders carrying machete, carrying daggers, carrying knives all over. What for? Please, the security agencies should take this seriously and make sure this stops, or else Abuja will become a place that people cannot live anymore, and that will not be good for the international society. It will not be good for Nigeria, so that we don't have too many things to fight and battle and struggle with if they can actually be handled before it escalates. Thank you, Michael.
And to summarize, for those who are watching, who are wondering what actually happened, what happened is that these Shiite people were protesting from an eyewitness in Wuse Market. It was like they came in disguise. They came into the market and started changing their clothes to black clothes, and then putting weapon, some locally made bomb, which was made with kerosene and all that. And then they came at the spot and started throwing that at the police. That means they attacked the police unprovoked. Then the police were shooting guns on the air to disperse them and to disperse the people who were beginning to gather to know what was happening. Now, these Shiite people came to a place in Wuse Market where there's a building meant to be built. They kept about 40 blocks. They started stoning the police with that same block. Remember, they set 3 police vans on fire. Now, there is a difference in the statement that are giving us this morning. The Shiites are saying, that's IMN, they're saying that the police attacked them first before they started retaliating.
In the actual sense.
And the police are saying that we were on our own. They started
I don't think the police will just go and start attacking. I'm not speaking for
An
them.
eyewitness even said they came to a policeman and disarmed him, wanting to shoot the gun before the police ran for their lives. So it is very, very
I think the IGP should not keep quiet over this, because the life of his men are at risk right now. So he shouldn't. The Commissioner of Police, FCT,
Bennett,
you shouldn't keep quiet about this. This should be taken to the presidency, and what needs to be done should be done. Whoever that is behind this, the sponsors, should be arrested, and law, the justice should take its place. The law should take its course. My name is Ramsey Enoch. It's so good that you've been with us, and thank you very much, Michael. And this is going to be the size of the review for today. We'll come on your way again, same time, same station tomorrow. Have a beautiful week ahead of you.